In the last video, we learned the usage of curly braces to bind text to the UI. What you have to keep in mind about binding text is that strings are inserted as plain text, so HTML characters has no special meaning. Sometimes though, we might have to render real HTML in the browser. A possible use case is when a user asks to fill a form where one of the field is rich text editor. The user would be allowed to bold and italicize the input, and if you want to display the input value, let's say in the read-only mode, you need to render the value as the HTML with bold text, font colors and whatnot. In such scenarios, we can use the @HTML prefix within the curly braces. Let's take a look at that in this video. Let's say we have a data property whose value is a string enclosed with bold tags. Now let's add new constant const channel. This is going to be equal to code evolution but within the pair of bold tags. If you try to bind this data with our markup with curly braces, you can see that the value is rendered as a plain text. The bold tag is also rendered in the UI. To render the proper HTML, we add the @HTML prefix. So within the curly braces, add HTML as a prefix before channel. Now if you save the file and take a look at the browser, we have this name rendered in bold. Like I mentioned, you would at least once in a complex project came across the need to render HTML in the browser, and this is the way to go about it. There is a word of warning, though when you use the @HTML prefix, it is very important to keep in mind that you should only render the content that you trust. If you are using the third-party API, it is very risky to use the HTML prefix. It might lead to cross-site scripting attacks, making your application vulnerable to security threats. Let me show a very simple scenario which can cause anxiety for your users. I am going to copy paste a new constant within the script section. So const hack, which is simply an anchor tag on click of which you alert the text that you have been hacked. The anchor text itself is win a prize. If you now bind this to the markup using the HTML prefix, so add HTML hack. Save the file and head to the browser. You can see when I click this win a prize link, I get an alert you have been hacked. Of course, we as a developers know this is the simple alert, but for the users browsing your site, this is definitely not favorable. Also, hackers are capable of injecting much more worse threats into your site than a simple alert dialog. So use the @HTML prefix to render real HTML. But be very cautious of what you are rendering. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and I'll see you guys in the next video.